Now look at the economic side of it. Leaders from both sides are calling for deeper cooperation. United States Vice President Joe Biden says China's economic growth will be good for the United States. Jessica Stone is live at the White House with more. Hi, Jessica.
Hi there, Phil. And actually, Vice President Biden went on to say that competition is good. He really emphasized that quite a bit during his remarks at the opening session of the Strategic and Economic Dialogue on Wednesday. To their part, the Chinese, in particular, Vice Premier Wang Yang said, look, we are a young market-based economy. We've only been doing this for about 20 years. When you talk about rules, we don't know all the rules because, by the way, United States, you made a lot of the rules up. And he went on to say we need to have an open dialogue about what the international laws and norms should be. The conversation goes from there. He also made one point that I found interesting, which was that when faced with a lot of the issues that the United States wants to get to during specifically the economic talks, Phil, he said he believes at least 5 years, it will take at least 5 years to get many of those issues resolved. But all along, he did so with a great sense of humor, joking during the opening economic track remarks that the United States and China are like newlyweds, that their relationship is like marriage, that they share the same global village and they have the same stake in success. And then he went on to joke about preventing divorce. Take a listen.
For all the quarrels and differences we may have, we must increase mutual understanding and trust so as to build the foundation for a life together. We cannot have a divorce the way Wendy and Rupert Murdoch just had, for that would be too big a price to pay.
We will work to ensure an open, balanced, and mutually beneficial trade and investment relationship that provides a level playing field for our companies and that supports jobs and growth.
Now, in a separate issue that will affect and will be discussed during these discussions, there's an effort by the Chinese to ease another hot-button issue in the financial relationship between the U.S. and China. China giving audit records for the first time for a Chinese company to U.S. authorities. That is part of a regulatory deal cut back in May to do this, to give access to each other's companies and each other's audit records. And we can expect that safely, Phil, to come up in Thursday's talks, which include the investment and financial sector on the agenda.
Jessica, you know, after listening to all the opening statements on both sides, you get a sense of the gravity of the situation. I mean, there's a lot expected to be accomplished from both sides. What is the mood that you feel there?
Well, I think Nathan alluded to it somewhat. There is a real role to play for Vice Premier Wang Yang in terms of just lifting the mood, lifting the spirit. He and Vice President Joe Biden seem to be taking pages from the same playbook on Wednesday in terms of just making salient points about the challenges that face both countries, but making them with a terrific sense of humor. There was even laughter, which is not something we hear typically during these economic talks. And it wasn't nervous laughter. It appeared to be genuine laughter. I would also say this, that Councillor Yang Yuche, he was an ambassador to the United States 10 years ago. And so he and Secretary Kerry have a relationship. Senior administration officials tell me that that was definitely part of easing the relationship. And during the talks today, they said, like old friends.
Jessica Stone, thank you very much for joining us live from the White House. We'll see you in just a short while.